Thanks everyone for joining us for this session, which is a radio art presentation from Wave Farm WGXC.
And if you weren't here earlier, this is Anna Frizz.
And this is Tom Rowe. I'm a longtime affiliate of Wave Farm and its previous incarnation, Free 103.9 FM. Tom is one of the co-founders of the whole operation.
And current Wave Farm artistic director. And we are here to present the new works from our 4 recent radio fellows. 2 are pre-composed and 2 are live. Jose will be in the second performer, and you'll have to turn your chairs around, or he'll be in the back there. So prepare for that. But we're going to begin with 25 Hertz from Andy Stuhl, who is right here in the middle, raising his hand there. Andy Stuhl is a media researcher, sound artist, and digital humanities practitioner. He's currently completing a dissertation through the Department of Art History and Communication Studies at McGill on the cultural meaning of automation in radio's industrial and artistic context from the 1950s into the 21st century. Stuhl writes, quote, "The age of automation, that art of workerless factories, which has industrial management crackling these days, is coming close to broadcasting," unquote, announced Broadcasting Magazine in 1954. Just as it is today, automation to radio practitioners in the 1950s was a daunting complex of threats and promises around technology, labor, and artistry. But it was also, more simply, a property of magnetic tape recording. Radio automation began as the technique of embedding cue tones in tape sound and configuring tape players to start or stop upon detecting them. From the 1950s into the era of syndication by satellite, almost every automation system used the same frequency for these tones, 25 Hertz. 25 Hertz splices together audio samples from a span of 1951 to present, casting radio automation amid characters from the sonic arts and popular culture in a historical drama. A 25 Hertz cue tone punctuates each splice, inverting the automation system's goal of seamlessly executing a program sequence. Resonifying those seams from within radio, the piece aims to open automation up as more than an industrial object, as a peculiar, emotionally charged, and passionately countered dream that has perhaps had something in common with avant-garde legacies in post-World War II America. Here's 25 Hertz with special help from the voice of Gregory Whitehead.
Now, the secret of using these 2 tape units together is electrical splicing mentioned earlier. This consists of a series of 25 cycle tones recorded on each tape at appropriate times between the program numbers and the voice announcements. The volume circuit incorporated in each machine here is the audible 25 cycle, which is recorded 20 dB below program level. It causes machine number 1 to stop the machine and start number 2.
Automated broadcasting promises to bring a new way of life to the radio industry with benefits all across the board. A new way of life thanks to Sylvia, radio's perfect employee, who never makes a mistake, works 24 hours a day without complaining, never misses a day, never asks for a raise. Oh, she's a doll, Sylvia is.
Don't get carried away, Cuddly. Keep your hands off my trim. I just work for you. You don't own me body and soul. I just work for you.
Wait a minute. That's the Wolfman.
Do you love me?
He's on tape. The man is on tape. Well, where is he now? I mean, where does he work?
Well,
The Wolfman is everywhere.
They're the David and Goliath success story of Bay Area radio, proving that despite all that high technology, people are still our most important product.
Now them people what you call disc jockeys, know what I mean? I'm a human radio station, and I don't want to have to repeat this no more. I'm a human radio station. I'm the transmitter, I'm the tower, I'm the turntables, I'm the building, I'm every doggone thing.
Number 15. Dissect the equipment of your radio station into its component parts. Transistors, capacitors, integrated circuits, etc., and send one out to each of your listeners.
Number 10. Keep all faders up for as long as it takes to play the entire record library of the radio station and then get rid of it.
This is the DJ3000. It plays CDs automatically, and it has 3 distinct varieties of inane chatter.
Hey, how about that weather out there? Whoa, that was the caller from hell. Well, hot dog, we have a wiener.
Yeah, that thing's great. Don't praise the machine.
But how did I get from there to being called the father of automation? Well, I built a second system and put it in a trailer and started hauling it around, demonstrating it to station owners and engineers. It's the only way to convince skeptics that automation will work.
All humans make mistakes. Station employees are human.
Dehumanizing, supplanting human beings in the United States.
I'm a human radio station.
But is it really broadcasting if there's no one there to receive? As the last announcer plays the last record and the last what leaves the transmitter to circle the globe, search of a listener. Can you hear me now? It's the end of radio.
Introducing Google Radio Automation with over 34 years of industry experience. The dedicated team that brought you DCS, Maestro, and SS32 now delivers the first and only third-generation radio automation system. Google teamed up with former air talent, program directors, and chief engineers worldwide to tell us what they preferred in an automation system. Using what we learned, we created the most customizable interface in use today. Google has reinvented radio automation. In an automation system, radio automation system, radio automation.
Demonstrating automation system. Automation will work. The father of automation
is fully automated.
Your automation system. All automation system and automation.
Automated broadcast automation.
What's in your...
And we're adding new fluid. And we're adding new fluid.
What's in your...
So that's an excerpt, right, of Andy's longer piece entitled 25 Hertz. It's actually a 28-minute work, so we just got to hear a tantalizing section.
You can tune in the entire piece at the Wavefarm Radio Art Archives.
That's right. And up here, and also we have cards that include information on all of our fellows, our Radio Art fellows that we are featuring works by in this session. So you can get to know more of them. But in the interest of time, we will be moving along to our next fellow.
And he is performing Co-Regulating the Spectrum, Meanwhile the Wave. Writes Rivera, quote, "Co-regulating the spectrum, meanwhile the wave is a radiophonic river of shifting reflections across neurodivergence and consciousness studies, radio and radar via the electromagnetic spectrum, language and communication, UFOlogy and ET lore, and diasporic musings regarding the political and cultural history of Puerto Rico. Through a dense assemblage of sound design and field recordings and cut-up bilingual samples from poetry, personal reflections, interviews, and archival documentaries, the electromagnetic landscape becomes an imagined extrasensorial polymorphic carrier of consciousness, a pulsating presence that is inhabited and that inhabits in a myriad of other ways." José Alejandro Rivera is a Puerto Rican, Ohio-born artist, composer, designer, and researcher currently based in Vermont. Their layered place-based practice is informed by a background in music, architecture, and tending land, working through sound and space to draw on critical cartography, technological ubiquity, systems and flows of temporalities. Jose creates evocative experimental soundworks, geo-notational maps, sound design for podcasts, and the moving image, and multi-channel audiovisual installations and performances. Here then is Co-Regulating the Spectrum, Meanwhile the Wave by José Alejandro Rivera.
The spectrum.
Spectrum. Spectrum.
If you have this whole great big spectrum,
we know everybody experienced it.
spectrum.
Among all these broad zones,
we can connect it to anybody in the whole world.
Yeah.
Okay.
The spectrum.
Frequency and wavelength.
Differences.
Between.
¿De dónde vienen estos seres?
Bueno, para mí, en una experiencia que yo tuve, ellos me dijeron telepáticamente con ellos. Distance communication.
A lot of people don't know.
The word experimentar.
When you talk about
other frequency signals,
Spanish means to experience, to experiment.
spectrum.
All notes of consciousness.
These just continue forever.
Frequency. Dicen que vienen de otras galaxias.
Frequency and wavelength.
Frequency and
information processing.
Other ways.
Communicate and interact.
Call them wavelengths,
right?
But
wavelengths.
It's our habit to call them frequencies.
So,
what exactly
is
difference
meant by that?
Spectrum.
You are encompassed.
Right. So,
frequency.
We just haven't a clue. The available spectrum differences.
There's a lot of confusion.
Ellos me han dicho ciertas cosas que
What do you mean when you say
frequency?
Yeah, the frequency
is the wave.
They are interconnected and the connections
Spread out.
Which is why we have so many different.
Cuando me las dijeron no estaban pasando, pero actualmente están pasando como
Simultaneous.
communication.
All the receivers and transmitters
En la posición que nos encontramos en este planeta de confusión.
Of communicating.
Sensory sensitivities.
Spectrum. Most of it is invisible.
Let it flow through you.
I think that's the biggest
Pues me relataron que
unexplained facet of
The radio spectrum.
en estos años del 70 para adelante
When you're tuning, right,
se iba a encontrar el planeta
To be in consonance with the powers
of
frequency spectrum Tierra, el cual vivimos, en una dificultad mental, espiritual y física.
And that's what the spectrum piece is.
Yeah.
All along
life.
Consciousness.
Encounter the receiver.
Me dijeron también que íbamos a entrar en unos cambios sociales y geográficos.
broadcast
the spectrum.
some reading, another person reading to another person. Another person reading to another person. Now we started to feel a connection link all around, okay? And it's just like
in the electromagnetic spectrum.
It is further complicated because waves of different frequencies behave in different patterns.
so
What do we do with the problem?
Each active user's frequency is unique.
Between living cells.
All along the spectrum.
It really requires a lot of unlearning, rethinking, reimagining, like all these different ways to
Feel sensation.
Inside.
Frequency.
provide care and community.
Vivir.
I can imagine kind of getting this message of
The diversity. Among human minds.
What does that mean?
these emotional regulation things,
frequency,
interest, and experiences.
Me dijeron
the
que
sensory thing.
en esa experiencia que tuviera calma, que no temiera, que ellos eran seres de Marte.
I recognized that I was different from most of the
different times.
Haciendo una selección y preparando ciertas personas para entrar en más comunicación y quizá un contacto físico.
Extra richness in biodiversity.
people around me.
Or in different languages.
That interfere with
time.
Energy is everywhere, so you can link and you bring the energy to them.
Being lost in it.
You are changing the frequency
Losing it.
of your detector.
There's a clear pattern of all the things.
Breathing.
Frequencies.
Radio frequencies.
Merge the feeling.
Monotropic mindset.
Ahí está, un ovni sobre Puerto Rico.
Right here.
Agreeing to stop or slow.
And there's literature linking multiple components of this to other components, and certainly linking
Participation in what it means to be alive.
Of embodying
each of these components to
Frequency and frequency.
right now.
Observatorio Radiotelescópico de Arecibo, Puerto Rico.
Look at the universe.
I've heard signals.
¿De dónde vino? ¿Por qué vino? ¿Hacia dónde se dirigió?
But it's kind of like Google Maps. If you're so zoomed in, you don't even know what continent you're on. You like have to zoom out to conceptualize it as one big
feeling of the body.
Entonces, en esa experiencia, pues, oí la palabra Marte o planeta Marte, y la cual...
Social awareness.
You mean human beings are generating an energy that can connect?
Yes.
There's a spectrum of emotional expression,
communication,
of radio transmission.
Differences, though, are in
connective tissue, like hold us together.
Frequency.
Goes through the whole body.
That kind of energy link, it can be very far, 40, 50, 50, 60, 70, 100 miles to 200 miles, 300 miles, like that.
And feel your body
behave in different patterns.
The spectrum of
being.
The spectrum.
You are the universe exploding.
Sensing it.
as a dream.
Spectrum. That makes a lot of sense.
O se transportaban en naves espaciales. Algunas eran parecidas a los aviones nuestros.
It's this negative self-image of you are a series of deficits. Well, no.
A lot of jokes about little green men in outer space.
See, that's very limiting for if you want to talk about the universe, because
there is no one right way for a human body-mind to be.
Entonces, en ese momento vino el contacto telepático y pudimos ver una nave.
Alias.
Other. Deep pleading to pay attention.
All the things that happen now is
timeless place.
That is the everything.
Experts and researchers from around the world speculate that the deep waters directly below this small island possibly obscure a major USO base.
Innovation and sort of artistic sensibilities.
Sensory processing
can be formed by blending one of these into another,
giving birth to a myriad of unique shades,
and so on. This wave of electromagnetic energy is radiated
en la mitad del tiempo.
Esta nave no era en la forma en cual todas han aparecido en forma circular o en forma de disco.
Spectrum
at all angles and in all directions.
Each idiosyncratic in its own right.
Esta nave era en forma de triángulo.
A region with perhaps the longest legacy of USO activity is the area around Puerto Rico. As the mysterious southern point of the Bermuda Triangle, the island has been at the center of USO debate for decades.
Entre tanto, la ola. Meanwhile, the wave. Desecho el sollozo de los ecos perdidos. Tengo el hondo infinitivo jugando entre mis manos.
Pulsating.
Breathing.
Presence.
I have undone the sob of the lost echoes. I have the infinite deep playing in my hands. Vuélvete la caricia.
There was a government document in the legislature where a secret investigation was conducted about the...
Well, here's some ways your body works differently.
Right? It's a detector. Think of it that way.
Here's the supports you need. You are good.
Estamos solos en el universo.
There are people like you. This is a
sensitive
frequency way to be, and here's how we can support you.
A pulse.
Pragmatic language.
It's a very different message.
Apparitions of this whole
Inner vision.
Go Pat, we just see a spectrum.
Can we see?
However much or however little is
visions.
Feel your
communication.
Shaping.
Spectrum.
The sensation.
Speculation.
And to bring them under control.
Feel.
Now it is darkened outside. Temperatures are sitting at 61 and a northerly wind at 7. Good sleeping weather tonight, folks. What was that? Did anybody see that thing?
Echo.
And resonate.
It was coming, it was weird. It was coming west to east.
On the morning of May 14, 1988.
In the bigger awareness that you are.
I'm living layers breathing.
Amaury Rivera, a young man from Puerto Rico, photographed a giant disc.
What kinds of sensors do we have?
Because I'm bursting inside with that full range.
Spectrum.
Every different
Signals at that frequency.
frequency signals.
A buzz.
Simultaneous observations.
Different
exchange of information.
Even more interesting is Rivera's claim that he had contact with the occupants of this UFO.
You were changing the frequency
of your detector.
Hello, my name is Amaury Rivera. I live in Puerto Rico.
Wandering currents of sensation.
These just continue forever.
On my way back home.
They were all different, yet they were the same.
To flow.
I'm trying to listen to what you're saying, but then I'm also trying to block out all the sounds and the noise.
From outer space.
Well, most responses your body makes to the outside world
And
I'm trying to read your lips.
are controlled by your nervous system.
they took me somewhere where there were other people besides myself.
Inhabited.
They said they will see it, but they won't remember what they saw.
If I miss anything that I can't hear, I've got to pick it up from your lips.
Your nervous system receives stimuli from the outside world.
I have to make sure that my own face is in the right configuration to say, oh, I'm having fun.
And inside your body, too.
Another being showed up, and he spoke.
Energy is radiated from a normal antenna.
You know, so-called normal is not the same as...
A red glowing USO fly out of the waters at an incredible speed.
I have to edit what I'm saying.
healthy or natural. It's just...
I have to monitor my own body language.
Whatever the dominant culture has decided is normal at the time.
Deal with my
Stimuli are events or conditions that cause an organism to react.
He showed us various projections.
and he informed us about
the human body-mind works in terms of
radio frequencies,
a whole bunch of things that are even still incredible to me.
Wavelength.
Spectrum.
Generally compared to expanding ripples on the surface of water.
Then
Every single emotion one feels at all times.
What did this holographic projection show?
The nervous system is your body's communication network.
Picks up, as radio picks up its environment.
It gathers and interprets.
Handles it. It scans it.
About what's happening outside your body.
the holograph, the first one that I can remember was
Repetitive.
Frequencies
in a different time slot.
The energy is propagated through.
So they are able to manipulate time and space and matter.
Like a short trip
through the water by wave.
Through space.
And they are getting in contact with more and more people and preparing people for something.
And now you think about them and you feel that you are connecting to them
by the radio wave.
To the star above the head.
We saw where he came from, where he's said to be from. We saw his people, we saw the houses that they used. And the second one was about
a feeling.
And whatever it touches.
The space behind.
The heart.
A moment.
And you send them a good wishes, okay?
And this is very important because
this pretty picture of radio wave propagation is unfortunately complicated.
Wait a second. It sounds like you said
there are also many.
Through the water by wave.
Through space.
And they are getting in contact with more and more people and preparing people for something.
And now you think about them and you feel that you are connecting to them
by the radio wave.
To the star above the head.
We saw where he came from, where he's said to be from. We saw his people, we saw the houses that they used. And the second one was about
a feeling.
And whatever it touches.
The space behind.
The heart.
A moment.
And you send them a good wishes, okay?
And this is very important because
this pretty picture of radio wave propagation is unfortunately complicated.
Wait a second. It sounds like you said
there are also many people who are not able to decipher your message.
Are these signals?
After hovering for several minutes over the area
and know what you're saying without you actually saying it.
To have different needs and trying to meet them.
So sensitive.
That we will be able to sample this oil from farther away.
By various properties of the Earth mass and the atmosphere.
And then again.
Being shaped by every moment.
The object was seen to crash back into the lake.
Patterns of symbols.
And left me somewhere different from where the whole ordeal had started.
And in these swells and waves and waves and swells, I taste speech.
It took me car and all.
Turn right onto Puerto Rico 475.
Languaging, ways of languaging.
Apparently,
Though, of course, spectrum.
Neuromotor differences.
Thinking in stars. Distanced.
Having an body.
Frequency.
Electromagnetic spectrum.
I think that is still in the realm of
frequency
spectrum
metaphysics or
frequency signals,
metabiology.
Being contacted.
Puerto Rico, there have been hundreds of cases. That is a reality.
Changing from there.
In terms of radar,
to really bridge and know what's happening, because there tends to be sometimes a lot of disconnection.
And in these swells.
Very far away.
The hurricanes.
And waves. And waves.
The earthquakes.
And swells.
A lot of the knowledge that is produced in Puerto Rico does not even reach the U.S. A lot of the stuff that's being produced in Puerto Rican communities does not reach Puerto Rico either.
knowing my
There
responsibility.
needs to be larger pathways of communication and exchange.
And
For example, in cellular communication,
Interaction between cells in our body.
knowing memories
Their ability to
spectrum
of childhood.
receivers,
So there's so much going on.
and transmitter.
What does it mean?
And we have a junta that's imposed on us,
The distance, reaching out,
imposing austerity measures.
Because we have to remember that the different
systems of detection, pride and mourning.
That are threatening public universities, teachers' pension.
Of the receiver observatory compared to other observatory is that it was able to transmit. It was also a radar.
My mouth, a
We
room
import something like 85% of our food.
with nostrils I breathe into.
Monsanto makes it impossible for small agricultural workers to actually make a living.
Past me.
There is a lot of dispossession happening.
That's why in 1974 it was able to send the famous receiver message.
Feeling a place.
Here, it hovers for almost 1 minute before flying away.
Missing.
People are being forced to leave.
You get information about its position.
So there's a lot of dispossessing, a lot of eviction, a lot of forced migration.
Which that information goes back.
The U.S. companies want Puerto Rico to be empty of Puerto Ricans.
To me, it's a very special one and a very important one because in Morris' case, he was abducted and he was taken away by aliens. One of them was human-like and two small creatures that they explained to him were some type of genetical or biological organic android.
They don't want to see a Puerto Rico without Puerto Ricans. But I think we got to start talking about
Multiple users can share information.
in those situations.
The wavelength,
Language
the wavelength
differences.
similarity.
I think that we need to continue to build those bridges
With life in the cosmos.
and to have these kinds of conversations and to actually set up
networks.
So I think consciousness is derived from
Frequency signals.
the fact that life is a truly cosmic phenomenon.
we're hearing more about it than ever before.
Interesting to me that that is part of the spectrum.
Thank you. That was José Alejandro Rivera doing a live version of Co-Regulating the Spectrum, Meanwhile the Wave, which was part of his, or part of their project as a Wave Farm Fellow, which included making new original live work.
And that's what we're tuning in today to for Radio Art Fellows creative work. And next we're going to hear from Tyler Maxin. Where did he move to? Raise your hand, Tyler. Oh, there he is, behind the pole over there. We're going to hear Untitled, The Melody is Pursy as is Tore into This Heart of Mine by Tyler Maxin. This audio study repurposes the abandoned 16-bit software EVP Maker, a granular synthesizer developed in 2000 for use in communication with the beyond. Through randomly scrambling and recombining phonemes, the program allows supernaturally inclined listeners to hear meaningful phrases and possibly consort with the discarnate, an extension of the electronic voice phenomena, a parapsychological research movement popularized by the Swedish opera singer Fredrik Jurgensen and Latvian academic Konstantins Radiv. The piece uses the voices of 4 country superstars, each a fixture of radio space who forged unique relationship to the paranormal: Porter Wagner, Conway Twitty, Loretta Lynn, and Tammy Wynette. Appropriated, discombobulated musical segments, an upper register steel guitar solo reminiscent of John Hughey, an Appalachian folk hymn, and a 90s pop country CD also make an appearance. The non-committal title is from a commonly mistranscribed lyric from Porter Wagner's Out of the Silence Came a Song from 1967, an early B-side by Dolly Parton, who claims she wrote the tune in a graveyard. Tyler Maxin is a researcher and curator based in Brooklyn, New York. He is the Communications and Special Projects Associate at Electronic Arts Intermix, a leading resource for video and media art. In 2022, he co-curated Jerry Hunt, Transmissions from the Playmora at Blank Forms in New York, a multi-pronged initiative that included an exhibition of the late composer's sculptural objects and video work, a series of record reissues, the publication of Stephen Housewright's biographical memoir Partners, and a 368-page journal surveying Hunt's life and career. Here then is Untitled, The Melody is Pursy, as is Tore into This Heart of Mine by Tyler Maxin.
Broadway. 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 Mr.
The tour was like that.
And I would not answer.
Very wanted to fact. 10 which can't be persuaded or
Broadway. Mr. Yeah, I'm thankful to make me, but she's it's what I know that there's a lot of so good means Broadway. Money don't give it that. The whole they should be. When I was about going today, Mr. I would be up in 5 welfare. You know,
not all of it. Working on this world to do not women on the car contours are steer never not to my you certainly was that she worked 6 hours for magic bills and tooling I'm out there we've never
exactly
you know also real I hate all things I think it's I don't know one 3 months and how much it's I know that how much
whoever on unique singing on television we got fans fishy one doing the flowers jumping up and down that knows that with me of
missed out on I don't think there's no but I think
about the long I want to
I think the public force got
and I thought I would first come over and then long out of power work that big people and I didn't sign it for us
threat or you know don't threatened by don't there's a couple
Sing it. What you can. So they next to think
Last night I dreamed I went hillbilly heaven. Just as I arrived, the old curved head there on stage stood who else but Roy Acuff with Tex Ritter. They said, well, how you doing? Come on in here. You know, there's some folks on stage. Over there's our newest member. Say hello, darling. Hello, darling. And there's gentleman Jim Reed, singing with Edward Miller. He just got here, is making everybody laugh. He just got here, is making everybody laugh. Of course, you know Orbison can sing just as high. Here and Ernest Tubb can sing as low. I bet she's the best singing here. Dottie West is probably the best. There's the old Ford Rogers, George Hank Williams, and the wondering boy Wears. He talk for himself, let him. My good, what a group. And would you just listen to Mother Maybelle overtaking the YMCA? She's just about God. And Marty Rock's favorite, and Marty Rock, well, he's still getting more encores than just like you down on her. Yeah, well, there's Elvis. They still call him King, but we know about the real King up here. Dreamed I was there. Then I scroll in tales. I said, well, think mine went up, say, within 40, 50, 50, 60, 50, 60. They handed me a big Halley book, and in it I saw names like Johnny Cash, George Jones, Merle Haggard, Don Gibson, Mel Taryn Young, Wells, some of the newer, Will and Garth Brooks. Of course, they taught me Burl Hudds, Reba McIntyre Jr., oh, of course, Buckles, Roy Rogers, Gene Autry, Andy Travis, Willie Nelson, old Chet. I said, well, where's Porter Wagner? Oh, there it is. And then there was Loretta's. And then Loretta's. Oh, Porter Wagner. I said, well, where's Porter? I said, well, where's Porter Wagner? I said, well, where's Porter Wagner? I said, Loretta, that's when I woke up. Missed it. I'm proud of it.
So that was Untitled. The melody is Pursy as is Tore into This Heart of Mine by Tyler Maxin.
And finally, we have brand new work from Ekpunobi, a deep listener, DJ, audio futurist, and a recent graduate of New York University. Ekpunobi began their journey in FM radio as a DJ and show host at WNYU, where they synthesized black musicology, revolutionary history, and futurist transmission on a weekly 90-minute broadcast. Culminating in their undergraduate thesis, Ekpunobi launched Third Space Radio, a digital media project and community radio station exploring sonic transmission as a third place where community, education, and love can persist. Iru is Wavefarm's current Radio Art Fellow and premiering their new radio artwork created during the fellowship here.
For love, telling him I'm sincere, and that there's nothing too good for us.
I'm free from form, free from earth, free from humanity, free of all.
When you think of Joseph Campbell and the whole idea of the heroic journey, it's rarely a journey that's about love. It's about, deeds that have to do with conquering, domination, what have you. And so part of what I wanted to say to people is that living as we do in a culture of domination, to truly choose to love is heroic. To work at love, to really let yourself understand
It's here. It's now. Here. Nowhere. Truth. Beautiful. Truth.
I'm Ekpunobi, and I'm your MXC, that's mixer of ceremonies, because there are no masters on my frequency. For pandemic precautions, you may see me right in front of you, but consider me speaking to you today from beyond, from the black box, from the radio booth in the sky. I had to tap into the spirit of this very city, DC, and start today's broadcast off with Quiet Storm Radio-inspired vibes. And if you've never heard Quiet Storm Radio live, you are in such luck. Tune into Howard University's WHUR 96.3 FM tonight and learn you a little bit of radio history. Today feels like a good day to keep talking about some of my favorite topics, freedom and love, so I'm going to keep doing that while I have the mic. You just heard Free by Denise Williams and the artist Anais Mavel, accompanied by the great Bell Hooks. There's more to come, so keep listening.
The name of this song is I Love Myself When I'm Laughing, and it's based on words by Zora Neale Hurston, the great folklorist, anthropologist, and writer. And she did a lot of her ethnographic research here in Harlem. So I'm just thrilled to be in Harlem in this beautiful Savannah's Cafe on this beautiful morning singing this song.
I had very, very confused ideas about love. And, in the first book, All About Love, one of the ideas that was really hard for people to accept was that if somebody is abusing you, they're not loving you. I mean, you would think that would be a basic understanding most of us would have, but in fact, so many of us have been wounded in some way in our childhoods that we really need to cling to the idea that if someone hurts you, they can also be loving you. And I tried to make a big distinction in that book between care and love, that like saying that my parents cared for me deeply, and care is important. A lot of children don't receive any care, but it's only one ingredient of love. And we behave like it's Why is language the only way we communicate with humans? How are we separate from each other? My mother, my son, my wife. Mental changes.
Politically prescient, one could say, but something that struck out to me the most were its techno-spiritual overtones. And
I know this guy.
And so the first question I have for the two of you is about incantation. What incantation was it that the two of you sought to bring forward in the creation of this film? And adjacent to that, what incantation would you say evaded the screen?
The incantation is that we are the technology. That technology is a reflection of us. And the irony that the so-called advances in modern technology are based on this analog exploitation leaves much to be said. Yet, we have always practiced the art of communicating wirelessly. We have been coding through drums, right? And we understand fully that if the resources that are found in the land, where we have buried our ancestors, where we walk, where we plant our food, where we sleep, that it is in fact from those people that have been buried, those feet that have touched the ground, the power resonates up and through them into us, so that we know that we are charged. And so then it's just a matter of remembering.
Where do we go? Where do we go? Where do we carry our ancestors with every step and every decision we make. Where do we go? They stay with us, guiding our path until we meet again.
I grew up around a lot of older people, and I think when you grow up around your grandparents and older people, like, you know, you were talking about all of these women in your family, the grandmothers, the aunties, you show up in the world in a different way. And I think there's a disconnect generationally sometimes with people that I've seen, even some of my friends who, I'm like, oh, you didn't grow up around old people. Because you would just sometimes go to their house and it'd be like silence. And it wasn't about your entertainment. You know what I mean? It was like, if they want to listen to some old church music, you know, if they want to listen to some other like old blues, whatever it was, like, you just had to sit there and be, right? Like listen, observe, think, ponder, gather, like information and be.
There's a producer or somebody behind who have picked out the favorite parts for you. And in slow TV, everything is there. The boring parts and the interesting parts. But just as in real life, you have to find out yourself what's boring and what's interesting. For me.
All over the place, in most situations, most all of the time. I know I'm one of those everybody.
Church for me was my first example of performance art. Before I knew what that was, even heard the word, just the pageantry of church was always incredibly mesmerizing to me. And I don't think you can divorce the wardrobe from the music, from the way people, from the poise and the way people carry themselves in church. So I was interested in just the black church theater, the theater of the black church, and music came along with it.
and it does feel like the inauguration of a new canon. But I love that you speak about protection because, both technology and diaspora necessitate encryption. And many of the things that you cover in this film are so radical that they border dangerous. And so I'm curious to hear about how you engaged with encryption as you were telling the story and bringing it to life. But don't give away all the code.
Well, in order to protect and to be able to fully tell the story, that I think we shared like bit by bit, and only really what we needed to in order to be able to really preserve the integrity of the story, and also in order to not work in fear. And one of the, I think the secret of that is what, how do you preserve freedom? How do you preserve freedom in order to talk about freedom? Yeah. How do you preserve freedom? How do you preserve freedom? Talk about freedom. How do you preserve freedom? How do you preserve freedom? You know, talk about freedom. Talk about freedom. Talk about freedom. How do you preserve freedom? How do you talk about freedom?
Things are a blessing. I now live across the street from a park. I pay less rent and I have a pretty bedroom with nice windows that encourages me to take care of my body mind. I get sunshine in my windows. I am still employed. I am alive and healthy. I took a shower today and I ate their food. I talked to my friend today and I folded some clothes today. I will not let this city kill me. I will not let my job kill me. I will not let these institutions kill me. I was created to create. I will find a way to create and find a way to be in community with others. I will not let capitalism isolate me. 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 I will not be alone. I will be in relation with others, and I will survive.
You can't. I would like to say that. Okay. I would like to say that.
I can't be a singular expression of myself. There's too many parts, too many spaces, too many manifestations, too many lines, too many curves, too many ways, too many journeys, too many mountains, too many rivers, too many.
People are open on the floor. It's almost like a confessional.
Down, down, down on the floor.
Confessional.
Down, down, down on the floor.
Confessional.
Down, down, down on the floor.
Confessional.
Down, down, down on the floor. Niggas get afraid and they feel it on their face.
Well, yeah, it's just, I don't know, I'm excited about my date. I like her. What can I say? It's exciting.
You're the best. Fuck off. You seem much happier than me, Frank.
I feel happy. I guess it's not a finite pie. We can both be happy.
Sure. But it's supposed to be me that's happy, and it's you. How did that happen? Huh? I took the wrong drugs in the wrong order, and I can't get happy.
I have written a poem for a woman who rides a bus in New York City. She's a maid. She has 2 shopping bags. When the bus stops abruptly, she laughs. If the bus stops slowly, she laughs. If the bus picks up someone, she laughs. If the bus misses someone, she So I watched her for about 9 months. I thought, Now, if you don't know black features, you may think she's laughing. But she wasn't laughing. She was simply extending her lips and making a sound. I said, oh, I see. That's that survival apparatus. Now, let me write about that to honor this woman who helps us to survive. By her very survival, Miss Rosie, through your destruction I stand up. So I used the poem with Mr. Paul Laurence Dunbar's poem, Masks, and my own poem for old black men. Mr. Dunbar wrote Masks in 1892. We wear the mask that grins and lies. It shades our cheeks and hides our eyes. This debt we pay to human guile. With torn and bleeding heart, we smile and mouth with myriad subtleties. Why should the world be overwise in counting all our tears and sighs? Nay, let them only see us while we wear the mask. We smile, but oh my God, our tears to thee from tortured souls arise, and we sing. Hey, baby, we sing. Hey, but oh, the clay is vile beneath our feet, and long the mile. But let the world think otherwise. We wear the mask. When I think about myself, I almost laugh myself to death. My life has been one great big joke, a dance that's walked, a song was spoke. I laugh so hard, I almost choke when I think about myself. 70 years in these folks' world. The child I works for calls me girl. I say, yes, ma'am, for working's sake. I'm too proud to bend and too poor to break. So I laugh until my stomach aches when I think about myself. My folks can make me split my side. I laugh so hard, I nearly died. The tales they tell sound just like lying. They grow the fruit but eat the rind. I laugh until I start to cry when I think about myself and my folks and the little children. My fathers sit on benches. Their flesh count every plank. The slats leave dents of darkness deep in their withered flank, and they nod like broken candles, all waxed and burnt profound. They say, but sugar, it was our submission that made your world go round. There in those pleated faces I see the auction block, the chains and slavery's coffles, the whip and lash and stock. My father speaking voices that shred my fact and sound. They say, but sugar, it was our submission, and that made your world go round. They laughed to shield their crying. They shuffled through their dreams. They stepped and fetched a country and wrote the blues in screams. I understand their meaning. It could and did derive from living on the ledge of death. They kept my race alive by wearing the mask.
Thank you so much, Uru. That was Uru Ekpunobi. And does this piece have a title yet, or it's still brand new?
Still brand new.
Still brand new. Thank you for sharing. And thank you for all of our fellows who were sharing their new pieces today. So also Andy Stuhl and José Alejandro Rivera and Tyler Maxin. So a round of applause for everyone. Thank you so much.